This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
To the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, game 3 of 4 of today here in the games 3 and 4 will feature the Fargo Post 400 Stars. They got Bloomington Post 550, who is 2-0 in the tournament. They've outscored their opponents 11-2. And we'll go right into the top of the first here with Matt Bryant pitching and Will Vogel, your leadoff batter here. So basically it's simple. The winner of this game will win the pool. If Post 400 wins, then Bloomington would have to hope that Bayport could beat Post 400 if they want to win the pool. If Bloomington wins this game, they will win the pool because one of these two teams will be 2-1 and one of these two teams will be 2-0. Well, I take that back. The Stars could be 1-1, and then if they beat Bayport, they'd be 2-1, and then Post 550 would be 3-0. Or the other scenario is that the Stars would be 3-0 and Bloomington would be 2-1. So basically, whoever wins this game is in a huge advantage to win the pool. We know that Tri-City won the pool over at Matson Field in Moorhead. I haven't heard an update from the other two pools yet. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Will Vogel, and he'll pop that one foul, and we'll stay at 2-2.
Yeah, Mike, I think based on the tiebreaker rules, if 400 wins this game, they're going to win head-to-head against Bloomington, so it doesn't matter what happens the next game.
Yes, I think you're right on that, because it's wins, runs allowed, and then runs scored, and then innings played in that order on the tiebreaker. So, yeah, I believe you're correct on that one. Diving play at first there by Wermeyer, and he'll get it over to Matt Bryant, the pitcher, who covers first base for the 3-1 ground out.
First pitch for this one, 455, batting second for Bloomington. Right fielder number 16, Brendan Lucas.
So that'll reset the count. Brendan Lucas is the batter now. Once again, my name is Mike. BJ is up here with me as well. And we are proud to bring you the Stars versus Bloomington game. This should be probably the most entertaining game or the most anticipated game is probably the better word to use there, of the pool play matchup so far.
Bloomington sitting 12-1 on this young Legion summer season so far, with their only loss being to Shakopee, which also happens to be a common opponent of the Stars. We lost to them 9-5 down in Sioux Falls a couple weeks ago.
Pop up, backpedaling Bryant, coming in and making a diving catch is Gunnar Majerus.
Great play by Gunnar. Came a long ways to make that play.
Batting third, number 9, third baseman.
So that's out number 2 already here for the Stars. As we had to, I'll be honest, I thought it was a 5:30 first pitch, and Jeff was like, "You better get up there." So BJ beat me up to the broadcast booth today, which is probably a first for anybody who's ever joined me on a broadcast. High fly ball, center field, backpedaling and making the catch out in center there is Kane Mathiasen. So we go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the first, and the Stars will bring out the bats when we return. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Jojo Taverna, excuse me, will be the starting pitcher here for Bloomington post 550. Jack Frine behind the plate. Ryan Sheehan at first. Will Vogel at second. Bjorn Golden at shortstop. Dylan Larson at third. Patrick Simmons in center field. TJ Frine in left field. And Brendan Lucas in right field is how Bloomington will set up defensively here in this game against the Fargo Post 400 Stars.
For the Stars leading off, number 3, center fielder Kane Mathiasen.
And the Stars 14-6 on the season coming into this game. And Bloomington is, what did you say they were?
12-1.
12-1, okay. I thought they were 13-1, but maybe they are 12-1. We'll double check that here.
No, yep, 12-1 according to Game Changer, so we'll see.
And that's a high ball over the shortstop's head into left field, and it's a base hit for Kane Mathiasen. And the Stars have a runner. Jace Burns is the batter.
Jace Burns with a .326 batting average on the season. So again, we talked about it last night. There's not really a weak spot in the lineup.
Yeah, Jace Burns hit his first home run about
Thursday
48
night, right?
hours ago.
Yeah.
Yep. He bumped the sponsor sign on the bottom right corner of the scoreboard underneath the runs, hits, and errors part of the scoreboard there. I was told they had to order a new sign. I don't know if that was true or not, but 2 balls and no strikes. And the throw out to second, and he's safe. So he'll steal second base here. That's Kane Mathiasen.
Waited until pitch 3 this time for Kane to take off for second.
The pitch came across as a strike on that throw up to second, so it's 2-1 now here to Jace Burns. Caleb Christensen awaits on deck. And the 2-1. And that's a pass ball through the legs of Jack Frine. Mathiasen move over to third. And it'll be ball 3.
Well, Bloomington finds themselves in a little bit of trouble here early in the first. Runner on third and nobody out.
Something that they have not been subjected to in this pool play tournament yet, as that one's fouled off to the third base side. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count. And that'll walk them. Or I guess I said 2-2. I meant to say 3-2, and that'll walk them. So runners on the corners now for the Stars. You have nobody out, and you have Caleb Christensen, who we'll see if he gets the signal to bunt there from his third base coach, Donnie Bryant. Of course,
First and third, I don't see a bunt here, but you never know.
inside for a ball, 1-0 to Caleb Christensen. Yeah, you're right there, BJ. I was thinking first and second when I said that, even though I said verbally first and third. So,
and that goes back to that pass ball where that allowed the runner to get to, well, it doesn't matter anyways with Caleb Christensen roping the ball down the left field line.
And that will score one run in the play at third. He's out. Jace Burns tagged out at third, but Kane Mathiasen scores on the RBI double for Caleb Christensen to left field, and it's a 1-0 lead here for Fargo Post 400. So Caleb Christensen lines one into left field, earns himself an RBI double, scoring Kane Mathiasen. Jace Burns tagged out at third base, and that brings up Gus Wurmeyer and leaves the lone runner on second. Gus Wurmeyer also had a home run at this field to about the same spot that Jace Burns had 48 hours ago. That one's a little bit high, and we're at 2 balls and no strikes now here to Gus Wurmeyer.
Gus batting .354 on the season. A lot of players locked up in that mid to upper 300 range in batting average. So
2-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball, 3-0. Reggie Jackson is one of our umpires, and I believe he's out in the field right now. I'm not exactly sure who the home plate umpire is. Try and find that out for you. 3-1 the count. And that is a strike for 3-2. So full count now here to Gus Wurmeyer. One away, runner on second. Gus Pankratz awaits in the on-deck circle.
Beautiful night for baseball, Mike.
Yeah, it was a little warm this afternoon, and if I'm being honest, it probably took a little bit of energy out of me, but now that the sun is starting to drift behind the clouds, it's starting to cool down just a little bit. That's another wild pitch, and the throw to third will not be in time. So Caleb Christensen advances on a wild pitch, and that moves. That's also results in a walk for Gus Wurmeyer. And now runners on the corners for Gus Pankratz. And a visit to the mound here for Bloomington Post 550. I think, I honestly don't recall if Bloomington's made a visit to the mound in this tournament. I've been here for every game, and I don't recall them making a visit. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's, 1 out, bottom of the first, and there's a lot of movement on the base paths. A lot of balls, wild pitches, pass balls. Time to settle the team down and, just get back to throwing strikes and letting them put the ball in play.
Very great point. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Frank's Lounge, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Mandy's of Fargo ND, TCI Insurance, FM Convention Bureau, Dakota Fins and Feathers, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries, and Vic's Lounge. Gus Pankratz will step into the box. Once again, runners on first and third. It's Gus Wurmeyer on first, Caleb Christensen on third. Stars have the 1-0 lead and a ground ball out to short. And Golden will get that over to first on the, it was actually a double play on a 6-4-3. So they strand one runner on base. And the Stars take a 1-0 lead after one. Bloomington up to bat when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
All right, we come back, top of the second. First pitch, high and in for ball one here. Matt Bryant, the pitcher. Ethan Agri, the batter. Agri has 3 for 6, batting .500 here in the pool play portion of this tournament. One pitch, and this one going out into center field. They'll drop for a base hit, and Agri is on with a single. We didn't have time to go through it, but keys to the game here for the Stars: just play clean baseball and throw the strikes right down the middle, pump that strike zone, because they're going to get hits like that, but hits don't always result in runs. And as long as you're throwing strikes and not allowing walks and not getting any errors in, then you're going to increase your chances of winning for sure. I guess you could say the same here for Bloomington, but Bloomington, they just don't want to force their defense and commit errors, because the Stars will take advantage of that if given the opportunity.
Well, and like they did in the first, at the bottom of the first there, we had a pass ball and a wild pitch and resulted in a run, and had they not turned that double play to end the inning, we probably would have gotten another run or two more.
Yeah, exactly. And this one is heading out into right field, and it looks like Pankratz is there, and he is. That's the first out.
Batting sixth, number 7, center fielder Patrick Simmons.
Patrick Simmons will face pitch, let's see, pitch 15 from Matt Bryant, I believe. And defensive play 9-4-7 has been called. And the cool thing about those numbers is you could call out 9-4-7 5 times and it'd be 5 different plays. So you never really know for sure. Another base hit, and runners on first and second now. Brings up TJ Frine.
Number 11, left fielder TJ Frine.
So both teams with a pair of hits. The only difference on the scoreboard right now is the 1 run for the Stars and the 1 runner left on base for the Stars. They'll throw back to second, and Agri's back in time. .7:30 game, Stars in Bayport. That'll wrap up the Saturday edition of the 2025 Pete Invite Tournament, as TJ Frine, the batter, was squaring up there and pulled it back and took a strike. 0-1. TJ Frine now, Jack Frine in the batter's box, as that one's fouled off for strike 2. 1 out on the board here for the Stars, 2 runners on, and a big pitch here. See if Matt Bryant can put that second out on the board here on this pitch.
I want to make sure we give him nothing good here.
And fouled right back, so we'll stay tight at 0-2. And he'll push it outside. See if Frine would chase. He did not. And that's okay. You have a pitch to work with there on an 0-2 count. Now the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll stare down Agri at second and deliver. And now a pickoff throw back to first, and they got him. They got him at first. Patrick Simmons comes off the base, and out 2 is recorded.
That's somewhat of a design play. The first baseman typically doesn't hold on the runner on first base when there's runners on first and second, and the runner kind of knew that, and he got a little far off, and Gus Wehrmeyer came back in. Caleb saw it and threw it down there and got him out. So great play for the second out of the inning.
And now this pitch could secure the 3rd out of the inning, and we'll have at least 1 more pitch to this inning here, as TJ Frine has fouled off 3 of the last 5 that he's faced with that pickoff attempt there in the middle. So once again, the lone runner on is on second base. That is Ethan Agri, excuse me. And he just missed the corner. And it's ball 3, excuse me. Payoff pitch from Matt Bryant. And this one's going to left field. And it will be foul. So we'll do the payoff pitch again. Last 7 pitches, he's fouled away 4. And the other 3 have missed for balls trying to accumulate strike 3. Payoff pitch number 2 for Bryant. A little bit high, and he walks him. So runners on first and second. Now Jack Frine will be the batter.
Number 4, catcher.
Yeah, good at bat there for Bloomington number 11. Fouled off the pitches he had to end up with 4 balls and a walk and a free pass to first base.
2 away, first and second. Last time the Bloomington had a runner on first, Matt Bryant was able to pick him off. And up to second, throws a little bit off the mark there, but Agree's back safely. Pitch came across as a strike, so that's a positive for Bryant. And swinging and a miss, strike 2. We got ahead on TJ Frine 0-2 and ended up walking him. We'll see how he does with Jack Frine.
Assuming brothers, or do we know for
I
certain?
don't know for sure. I would presume that's the possibility here. Ground ball up to second, and 2 second for the third out on the force out on TJ Frine. So they'll strand 2 on base, and they keep them from crossing home plate, and they maintain their 1-0 lead as we go into the middle of the second. We're back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 lead for Fargo Post 400, and it's batter 6 in the lineup. Gunnar Majerus, Colston Sen, and Caleb Blanchette are the scheduled batters to appear in this inning along with Majerus. Majerus made a nice diving catch back in the first inning. And now he'll pop this one up first base side. And the catch is made there by Ryan Shan, and that will be out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And here comes Colston Sen.
Number 10, second baseman, Colston Sen.
First pitch to Sen, outside for a ball, 1-0 here. Sen likes to go to left field a lot. 3 hits, 2 flyouts, and a ground out to short, and a reach base on an error on a ball hit towards third base. So he likes that left side of the field, as I just mentioned a moment ago. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Colston Sen. And Sen will pop that one up foul. We'll move to 1-2. Two games tomorrow. Swinging and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout for Jojo Taverna.
2 quick ones here for Bloomington, so let's hopefully we see a few more pitches this inning and prolong the inning a bit.
Well, as we've seen in the last couple games, Stars like to do most of their damage with 2 outs on the board, so we'll see if that is the pattern here today or not. And Blanchette will fire this one up. And it looks like the first baseman, Ryan Shan, will have the first and third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning here for Bloomington on Fargo Post 400. It remains 1-0 after 2 complete here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll come back with more. Stay tuned.
Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, welcome back. We move to the bottom half of we move to the top of the third, excuse me.
Game's moving along here. I think we got about 5 minutes per half inning. That right?
Yeah, well, no, a little over. We're at 27 minutes. We're in the top of the third now, so that'd be about 7 minutes beyond your estimate. If I, okay. That's the only math I can do at the moment. So
no one wants the math when it's hot out.
Yeah. This one's popped up and fouled away for strike 2. Once again, it's hang on. Okay, gotta do a couple behind-the-scenes adjustments here. All right, now we're at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bjorn Golden. And Gordon will send this one to, I didn't see where it went. It went to left field. Okay. Sun is still shining in like it was in games 1 and 2, right into my eyes here. So may count on you to help me out on a couple of occasions there, BJ.
Again, like I mentioned last night, it's a team effort, Mike.
There we go. And that's why we have the second person up here today. Will Vogel, for one, grounded out on the 4-3 to the second baseman, Colston Sen, last time he was at the plate. Takes strike 1 here, and it's 0-1. So 2 more games tomorrow, 9:30 and 12 noon. Depending on who's playing in those games will depend on if there is a broadcast of those games or not. And then the Comets are on the road Monday against the Moorhead Gold. It's a 5 p.m. doubleheader, I do believe. And then Tuesday, the Astros are at the Bismarck Senators. The Stars are at the Williston Keybirds. And then on July 2nd, it's the Stars at Dickinson. July 3rd, the Comets have a home doubleheader against the Dewar Glendon Felton Junior Legion team. There is a ground out.
Great play by Colson Sen there. The ball was running right up to the bag, and he just reached out, caught the ball with his foot on the bag, and threw it over to first for a double play.
4-3 on the ground out. And Brendan Lucas is the batter now. And then after that, Comets doubleheader versus DGF, that brings us into July 4th and July 5th, and nobody's playing on either of those 2 days. So we'll have at least 2 days off. Swing and a miss, strike one to Brendan Lucas. 0 for 1 with a fly out to left center field last time he was up.
Yeah, summer baseball is a grind, a lot of games in a short window of time, and it's nice that they give the boys a couple days off over the 4th of July weekend to, you know, unwind a little bit. Maybe rest up, rest some arms, or whatever you got to do.
Unless they're playing a holiday game. And that will be Christensen making the catch for out number 3. So a quick inning, a double play, and a pop out to short, and that takes care of business here in the top of the 3rd. We move to the bottom of the 3rd, and we'll do that right after this. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 lead here for Fargo Post 400 over Bloomington Post 550. 1-0 game. 5 hits in the game. 3 belong to Bloomington. The other 2 belong to the Stars. Neither team has committed an error yet. And 3 runners left on base. 2 for Bloomington, 1 for the Stars. Ethan Dahl will be the leadoff batter here for Fargo Post 400. We'll also see Kane Mathiasen and Jace Burns. So it's batters 9, 1, and 2. And Ethan Dahl will face pitch 26 from Jojo Taverna. I'm going to have to ask Brad how he says that because I would hate to say it wrong.
Just got a notice on my phone, Mike. We're in on severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight.
Interesting. So I was talking about it during the first game today when we were notified that the Post 2 field at Jack Williams Stadium was delayed due to field flooding. And I said I hadn't had a chance to check the forecast to see if anything else was going to roll through today, but I guess now we know that we have the possibility of thunderstorms. So.
Well, we don't need a Friday night like last Friday night into Saturday morning, I can tell you that.
I think I was in Nebraska that particular night.
You and I both were, yes.
Yeah.
But it looks like everything's north of us and kind of moving to the east, and then there's some stuff behind it around Valley City that's moving to the southwest, and looks like it could miss us to the south, but I guess we'll just have to see. Weather's unpredictable.
Yeah, weather's absolutely unpredictable here, 12 months a year, and that's the beauty of being in North Dakota. A payoff pitch. Oh, yikes, that one hit Ethan Dahl, and hopefully he's okay. I know he has the helmet on, but that one looked to hit right where the lower edge of the helmet is at, and He will trot up to first, no problem. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, ran in a straight line, so that's always a good sign after getting hit in the head.
Kane Mathiasen popped a single into left field last time he was up. And that'll miss for a ball, or reset the count here for Kane Mathiasen. Now it's 1-0. Once again, he's 1 for 1. Put a single into left field. Ethan Dahl's the runner on first here for the Stars. And looks like he's showing bunt. And there's no pitch. It's a balk that's been called.
No pitch, a balk has been called.
So Ethan Dahl will get a free trot up to second base on the balk, and it'll remain 1-0 here to Kane Mathiasen.
I wasn't watching that one, Mike. I didn't see the balk, and wish I would have. I'm always one for watching the pitcher when they're throwing from the stretch.
And third baseman Dylan Larson will make that catch there for out number 1.
Well, Mathiasen was going to bunt, and his job would have been to move the runner over to second, and I guess the end result of the at-bat is the runner's on second. So.
Yeah, got what they wanted. So Jace Burns, the batter now, swinging a miss, strike 1. Burns was walked last time he was at the plate. He'll take ball 1 here. We're even at 1-1. And that'd be ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. And that one's fouled away, and we're even at 2-2 now. And this one bouncer to third. He'll look the runner back to second, fire over to first, and they will get Burns out on a delayed 5-3 ground out. And Ethan Dahl will stay put at second.
Shortstop number 6, Caleb Christensen.
Christensen doubled down the third base line last time he was up.
We take that again here, I think, especially 2 outs and ground ball.
2 bouncer to third. And that will complete the inning. They will strand that runner on base, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. It remains 1-0 after, or we'll go to the top of the fourth. It remains 1-0 after 3 complete, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Dylan Larson will step into the batter's box to lead it off here for Bloomington in the top of the fourth, and he will bounce one foul down the third base side, and then we're at 0-1. Larson's 0 for 1 as well. He'd fly out to Kane Mathiasen in center field last time he was at the plate. And it has cooled down quickly, or at least maybe not cooled down quickly, but the sun has gone behind the clouds quickly. 82 degrees, mostly sunny, and as BJ mentioned a moment ago, under a severe thunderstorm watch. No warnings yet, just a watch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, according to the meteorologists, everything's supposed to move north of us, but probably the only profession you can be wrong half the time and still receive a paycheck.
Yeah, right? 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tip foul, and that'll be a strikeout.
Matt Bryant with a little bit of more oomph behind that pitch
Designated hitter number
to
32.
blow it past the Bloomington batter.
Ethan Agri, 1 for 1, single right up the middle in the center field. I don't know if you watched the previous game between Bloomington and Bismarck, but 2 Bismarck batters hit line drives right back to the pitcher, back-to-back on line drive pop out to 1.
Oh, wow.
I'd never seen anything like that in any baseball game I'd ever witnessed or broadcast, so there's always a first that happens occasionally here on MSPN.
Yeah, a lot of baseball, I think, for all of us and over the years, and still seeing stuff we've never seen before.
And that's a deep hit to left field, and it will be foul. So it is a very long strike 2.
Very long and loud, indeed.
Yeah. Any louder, and we need some. We need a sponsor from either Advil, Aleve, Tylenol, or one of them.
Now we got the wind blowing in from right to left, it looks like tonight.
And a ground ball out towards Christensen. He'll pick it up, and he'll fire it over, and he overthrew Gus Wiermeyer. And that will allow Agri to reach on an error.
Now that ball must have gone out of play there over by the fence. Maybe it cleared the fence, and
First baseman number 2, Ryan.
the batter gets second base on the overthrow.
So reach first on an error, and then I'll reach second on ball out of play is how that will be scored. And the pitch. And he went too far in his swing, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, fooled him on the curveball there.
So Bloomington now with 1 out has a runner in scoring position to see if they can't get him in and on a base hit and tie the game or not.
Looked like a slider there after that curveball that had the batter fooled too. So good pitch sequence here by whoever's calling pitches, and you got to execute the pitch too.
And a ground ball to third. And he'll look at second, fire over to first. This time he does not. The throw does get there, and that will result in out number 2.
Ethan Dahl with a really nice play. He smothered the ball, looked the runner back at second, and delivered a strike over to Gus Wiermeyer at first base for out number 2.
It's now a little bit better scenario here for the Stars. 2 outs and a runner on second for Patrick Simmons, who singled into center field last time he was up. This is his second trip to the plate today. And this is ground ball foul down the first base side. We're at 0-1.
Clouds are moving in quickly, Mike.
I like it a lot because that sun has been bothersome on my 2 front eyes. So, not that I have eyes in any other part of my head.
I was going to say, where are your other eyes, Mike?
I can actually move up my window shade and enjoy this game now.
Although when I was a kid, my mom told me she had eyes in the back of her head, so maybe the 2 front eyes make sense now.
And he'll toss it over to Matt Bryant, and they got the third out. They will strand one on base, and the Stars hang on to their 1-0 lead as we go to the middle of the fourth. Back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really matter.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
All right. 4, 5, and 6, middle of the order here for the Stars. It's Gus Wurmeyer, Gus Pankratz, and Gunnar Majerus. Wurmeyer was walked last time he was at the plate. He'll face pitch 38 from Jojo Taverna. So Bob Barclay is our home plate umpire, and Reggie Jackson is out in the field. Just got that updated.
The Stars, first baseman, number 19, Gus Wurmeyer.
And here's Gus Wurmeyer now. And that was a high strike on the outside edge of the plate.
Looks like a high fly ball to center field, and pretty routine for Gus Wurmeyer there for out number 1 of the inning.
Right fielder, number 35, Gus Pankratz.
All right, so thanks, BJ, once again. I was distracted by a text from our music/scoreboard guy. Gus Pankratz is the batter now. And that one's fouled away for strike 1. So 0-1 the count now here. Pankratz grounded out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. So Bob...
Barclay. There's a good base hit up the middle by Gus Pankratz.
Get a base runner on. And we'll see if the Stars can capitalize on that with Gunnar Majerus now.
Little reggae music for Gunnar Majerus' walk-up song.
I have news for Stars fans here, and when I have a little bit of opening, I will share that news for you in regards to music and walk-up songs. Here's an 0-1 count here to Gunnar Majerus, and I don't think you know about this yet, BJ, so this will be debut news for you as well here. No balls and 1 strike.
Pens and needles right now, Mike, waiting for this news.
Ball 1 ball, 1 strike. I think what we'll do is at the end of the inning here, we'll take a shorter commercial break, and I'll come back and talk about it. I think that might be the best opportunity to do so. 1 ball, 1 strike. So keep you under suspense for a little bit longer. Popped up, looks like Will Vogel, the second baseman, will have an opportunity to snag that one, and he will, and it'll be 2 outs. So we'll see if the Stars can do some more 2-out magic here in the Bottom of the 4th inning with Colston Sen. Colston Sen choosing the Red Hot Chili Peppers as his walk-up song. I know that you're not too up to speed on the younger generation songs, but I'm guessing you knew that one, right?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
1 ball, no strike to Colston Sen.
2 years ago when Caleb started with the 400 organization, it was a long deliberation on what his walk-up song was going to be, and I thought we picked one for my era.
Uh-huh.
And lo and behold, that didn't last long, and he went with his own song, but I still don't know any of the songs that he picked. So
Nice. Well, yeah, he's on deck, so I can tell you what the song is maybe when if he gets a chance to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0, and now it's 3-0, and Pancrats will stay put at first.
Bloomington's catcher is having to work a little extra hard this inning. The last 2 pitches have been in the dirt, and he's done a good job blocking them.
And it's a 4-pitch walk, and they'll put 2 runners on here for Caleb Blanchette.
Catcher number 5, Caleb Blanchette.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, this, yeah, I don't have to tell you what this song is, do you? Okay.
Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. I wish I could have listened to it a little bit longer, but solid choice, son. I appreciate it.
Strike 1 to Blanchette. 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop. It was a short ground ball. The shortstop had to run in and grab it to fire it over to first. And now we're at 1-1, I believe. Yeah, 1-1. First and second, 2 outs. Does Blanchette have a base hit in him? Well, he will not swing on that one, and that was a good choice, as that was a little bit far outside. My accounts say that was pitch 50, 24 balls, 26 strikes for the Bloomington pitcher. 2-1 the count here to Blanchette. Make it 3-1. And he'll foul it away, and we'll go to a full count, 3-2. I was probably going to hit the edge of the strike zone, but I don't know. It's going to be a close call. I know that Barclay likes to call balls, or at least that's the joke around the clubhouse. So, and a bouncing, nice grab there by the second baseman, Will Vogel. So it's a low line drive out that will strand 2 runners on base, and we are stuck on a 1-0 ball game here through 4 complete. We'll come back and we'll tell you about an exciting upcoming game here on MSPN when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
All right, well, you hear in the background Eye of the Tiger, and that kind of alludes into my what I have to say. So on an upcoming game, we haven't selected which game yet. We're doing an 80s night. All the songs are from the 80s. All the walk-up songs for the players are from the 80s, and the broadcast will have 80s graphics and 80s commercials. So
can we dress up as it like we're in the 80s, Mike?
Sure, absolutely we can. So once again, that's going to be on a game sometime this season. got it approved for the president and the music guy, and they were both on board with it within seconds of me bringing up the idea.
Bored with it in seconds. That's great.
On board with
with it.
Yeah,
I
on board
bored
with it. No, not bored with it. On board with it. 0-1 here to TJ Fry, and he was walked last time he was at the plate. And if I give them enough time, maybe they come up with some 80s jerseys. I don't know, but maybe like a Color Rush blue or something.
Oh, we'd have to do neon, Mike.
Neon, yes, that would be correct. We would have to do
leg
neon.
warmers and leotards, or whatever they call them, leggings nowadays. I'd like to see Jeff Gould in a nice hot pink leotard.
According to Jeff Gould, he's going to do that broadcast, and he's going to do some Van Halen trivia or something to that effect.
Oh, there you go. Good strikeout there by Matt Bryant to get the first out of the top of the 5th inning.
Jack Fry now, the batter, reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Strike.
Yeah, Matt's kind of finding a groove right now, and he's looks like his arm's getting super loose, and he's able to little extra mustard on his pitches.
Well, he has 52 pitches, and all but 12 of them have been in the strike zone, so.
That's a good day.
Yes.
That's a good day.
And right back to Bryant. He will flip it over to first, and he'll get out number 2.
A little PFP there, Mike.
PFP.
Pitchers fielding practice.
Oh, gotcha. That's one acronym I have not been introduced to until now.
Yep.
So
a lot of work goes into PFP, and for the young players out there, if you can field your position while you're on the mound, know where to go on bunts, ground balls up the middle, covering first base on a ball to the right side. That's a skill set that has to be practiced. So PFP practice is a common term.
1-0 here, Matt Bryant Bjorn Golden is the batter. And it's 1-0, yep. I think they forgot to clear the scoreboard, or maybe not. Maybe it's 1-1. Maybe I missed it by a pitch. So we're at 1-2 now. We'll see if the umpire 2-1. Yeah, the umpire just said 2-1, and now it's 2-2.
Very good pitch there. Good, nice changeup by Matt. Got 2s across the board.
With no runners on. And he tried to hit the edge and missed, so a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away, we'll do the payoff pitch once again. I want to say hi to Jim watching from Denver, North Carolina. Tip foul, and that is out number 3. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more here in just a moment. Stay tuned. It's 1-0 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, and we're back once again in just a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, We will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
Welcome back. It is the bottom of the 5th, and it is a 1-0 game. Stars scoring the run in the bottom of the 1st, and we've cruised right along with no runs since then. Both teams have 3 hits. Stars do have 1 error.
A little bit of a pitcher's duel shaping up here, Mike.
Absolutely. 7 runners left on base, 4 for the Stars, 3 for Bloomington. And a strike is called there. We're at 1 ball, 1 strike, and a little bit windy now I can hear through our field mics.
Yeah, I think it's picking up, but I think we should be good.
2 balls and 1 strike as we've now hit the 1 hour mark of this ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. And swing and a miss, strike 2. Trying to think. 1, 2, 3. This is your 4th Stars ball game up here, and the way it's going, we may have 2 of them finish in a little over an hour. There's a base hit.
Yeah, Ethan Dahl with a nice hit out there to left field, and I can't remember quite back that far, but we haven't had a lot of runners with 0 outs on the board, and let's see if we can get something going here in the bottom of the 5th.
I think the last time they had runners on with no outs was in the 1st inning when they scored that run.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's when it was. I'll have to double check the stats to be sure, but I think that's what it was from memory. He'll look for the bunt, and he's going to bunt for a hit, and he has a chance, and his foot comes off the bag, and that's a bunt single, and that moves Ethan Dahl up to 2nd, and another base hit, and the Stars have something clicking here early in the bottom of the 5th.
Designated hitter number 13.
Well, now we're faced with a decision where we got runners on 1st and 2nd, and we're number 2 batter up, who is ultimately a power hitter. And do you have him put the ball on the ground to move the runners over, or do you let him swing away?
It's a good looking at that top hand here. He will square up, and he'll bunt it foul for strike number 1. He was walked, and then he grounded out to 3rd. This is his 3rd trip to the plate here in this game against Bloomington. Nobody out. Runners on 1st and 2nd are Ethan Dahl 2nd, Kane Mathiasen on 1st. And Jace Burns squares up and fouls the first pitch away for strike 1. And he will square up again. And this time he lays the bunt down. He will not run this one out, but the bunt will do its job, moving the runners 90 feet to 2nd and 3rd. So that'll put the first out on the board, and 2 runners in scoring position now.
One of the ultimate sacrifices in the game of baseball is laying down a sac bunt. Get yourself out to move your teammates over on the base paths.
And Caleb Christensen, who can hit the ball too, and likely to left field when he hits, we'll have a chance here to bat in some teammates, maybe collect an RBI or 2. 1 ball, no strike here to Caleb Christensen.
This would be a good opportunity for Caleb to replicate what he did in the 1st inning with the double down the left field line.
And he will do just that. It's down the left field line. Here comes Ethan Dahl. Kane Mathiasen rounding 3rd. It'll be a 2-run single this time around for Caleb Christensen, and the Stars take a 3-0 lead.
Geez, Mike, I don't get to predict a lot in life, but
it feels
I'll
good.
Take that one. I'll take that one.
It feels good when you do that, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times, or kind of predicted what would happen, and
those are big 2 runs there too.
Absolutely. The way this game has been going, it might be enough to put Bloomington's backs against the wall here.
And we're not done. Only 1 out. Still runners on base, and the heart of the order up with our 4, 5, 6 batters.
Runner will go to, and that's going high to left. And now he'll backtrack to first. So 2 outs now, and they'll bring up Gus Pankratz.
That might have been a hit and run, Mike.
It might have been, yeah.
Wehrmeyer just got a little under the ball and elevated it out to where the left fielder could have it. Otherwise, it was sure to be a great executed play call, and both from Wehrmeyer and Christensen on base, and we should have runners on first and second, but the game's it's measured in fractions of an inch, and that's what happened there.
No balls and 1 strike. 2 away. Runner on first is Caleb Christensen. As Pankratz will check the called out number and the playbook in his pocket here, and outside, and the runner takes off. Christensen to second. They got him. And that will end the inning, and Gus Pankratz will continue his at-bat in the bottom of the 6th. And we will go to a 3-0 game now here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard as the Stars get 2 across in the bottom of the 5th. And now Post 550 has 6 outs to work with to try and get 3 runs. We'll see what happens when we return after this here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Top of the 6th, some clouds gathering here directly out beyond center field, and looking at the radar, there's 1 storm that's currently on path to make it towards Fargo, but this game should be over before that storm gets here if the storm continues on the track that it's going on right now. Like we said earlier, weather is unpredictable, so we won't speculate anything beyond that right at the moment. No balls and a strike. It's Will Vogel, the batter. And that one's fouled away, and we're at no balls and 2 strikes. You know, during the break there, BJ, we were chatting a little bit about some weather and stuff, and being down in Nebraska, and when the Stars were down in Omaha. When I got back to Fargo at about 3:15 in the morning after the Stars' last game in Omaha. And here's a ground ball out to short, picked up by Christensen, and they got it there in time for the out. And there's 1 down on a 6-3, bringing up Brendan Lucas. So to continue on with what I was saying, I got back to Fargo at about 3:15 in the morning, and I came right here to the field to drop off some of the road game equipment and stuff, and all the chairs were blown over, like they had like a hurricane rolled through here. But our field mics were unaffected, and they're only being held up by tape.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm awesome because I'm the one who put those field mics out there. 1 ball and no strike now here to Brendan Lucas.
Well, I got to ask, Mike, we were kind of leaving Omaha about the same time. I got home at 8, and I know you were talking about stopping for tacos on your ride home, but how many times did you stop for tacos?
I stopped at Old Chicago for pizza and cheese sticks in Sioux City, Iowa, which was, I was going to go to the one in Lincoln, Nebraska, but that was about 40 miles the opposite direction, and I saw they had one in Sioux City, so I stopped there for some food and drink, and then I stopped in Millbank, South Dakota, since it was only a 20-mile detour to check out that facility, as we might be broadcasting from there next month. and then I came back home. So
Got it. You had a couple detours on the way.
Yeah. Ooh, mishandled ball at first there. That was a hard hit ball and a tough one for Wiermeyer to handle. We'll see how they record that. I'm leaning. You could go either way on that one, probably.
Yeah, that's a tough one. As someone who scores game changer quite a bit, you probably got to lean towards the air on that one, and that's what the official scorekeeper scored it on the scoreboard. So.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and put the error in there as well.
Old Chicago. It's been a while since there's been one in Fargo.
Yeah, it's going on 4 years now, I think. I used to go there. Like, if you didn't know where I was at, you just go to 45th Street and you would find me. So
I spent many evenings after softball at the Old Chicago there over just not too far from where we're at right now, actually.
Yeah, you and I are probably there at the same time, and we just didn't know each other at that point in time. So
Matt Bryan's evening is done. The 74 pitches, and probably saving the arm for early next week when we got 4 league counters to start the week off.
Williston and Dickinson to start off the month of July on the 1st and 2nd. So new pitcher here for Fargo Post 400 will be, let's see,
Hudson Stein.
There we go.
He's been fun to watch this summer so far, and he was opponent of most of these kids during the high school season as he pitched for Fargo North, and most of the 400 kids played for Fargo Davies, with the exception of I think a couple that played for Fargo South, and he never threw against us for Fargo Davies that I can recall, but he's done a good job this summer, pitching for 400. So, confident that he's gonna close this out for us.
With one out, he'll face Dylan Larson, and unless a double play happens, he will also face Ethan Agri this inning. To the best of our knowledge, no other defensive changes, just the pitcher. We're 1 hour and 11 minutes into the ball game. Broadcast coverage of Post 400 Stars, Comets, and Astros baseball this season. Brought to you by Frank's Lounge, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots, Mandy's of Fargo ND, TCI Insurance, FM Convention Bureau, Dakota Fins and Feathers, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries, along with Vic's Lounge. Stars come into this game 14-6, 12-1 for the overall record for Bloomington Post 550. Stars undefeated in conference play, but all their losses have come outside of conference play to non-conference opponents. So that would be one advantage here that Bloomington might have against the Stars, but still have 5 outs remaining here to try and overcome a 3-run deficit. The way it sits right now, if this score 3-0 becomes final, then Fargo Post 400 would go to 2-0, outscoring their opponent 7-1 if that stays the way it is. And then Bloomington Post 550 would fall to 2-1 and outscore their opponents 11-5. Once again, that's if the score remained 3-0. And then Bloomington would have to hope that Fargo Post 400 would lose to Bloomington, and Bloomington would have to outscore them by, I believe, 4 runs, if I'm doing the mental math correctly here. So, but we'll worry about the specifics here once this game actually does go final. Ground ball out to short, and that's picked up by Christensen to second and over to first. Safe at first, but they get the lead runner, Brendan Lucas, out, and that's out number 2. So Larson reaches on a fielder's choice. Always good to get the lead runner. Ethan Agri, 1 for 2, single to center, reach base on the one of 2 errors of the game here for Fargo Post 400.
And got some game scores from around the Pete.
Yeah.
Over in up at north and at Post 2, Maple Plain, and Post 2 just getting underway 0-0 at the top of the 2nd inning. Over in West Fargo, St. Michael versus West Fargo. St. Michael just went up 4-3 in the top of the 3rd. And over across the river in Moorhead, Jamestown is up 6-0 over Moorhead in the top of the 5th.
There's an update for you from other games happening in the 2025 Pete Invite Tournament as Hudson Stein makes a pickoff attempt there on Dylan Larson. Still no pitch here to Ethan Agri. 1 for 2, single to center, reached on an error, and now he takes strike 1. Stein delivers high for ball 1.
Hudson Stein, a left-handed hurler. Always tough for the runners on first base to figure out when they can go if they're going to steal. So
that one's popped up, and he went for a diving play, but he couldn't quite make the catch. The ball eventually bounces over the fence and out of play. So it'll be strike 2 on the fouled away pitch off to the first base side beyond the first base dugout. The Stars in their usual home first base dugout, and Bloomington in the third base dugout.
I see the clouds kind of went to the south of us, Mike, and now the sun's back in our eyes again.
And there's a hit into center field. Bouncing ball for Kane Mathiasen, and that will put 2 runners on base. Base hit, runners on first and second for Ryan Sheehan.
First baseman number 2, Ryan Sheehan.
Sheehan, excuse me. One ball, no strikes here to Sheehan. 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a ground out to third in this game. Stein will deliver low and in below the knees for ball 2. There's a strike. We're even at 2 ball, or no, we're not even. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So see if Stein can even up the count here. And a ground ball right back to Stein, and he will fire it over to first, and that will complete the inning. They'll strand 2 on base, and we move to the home half of 6 here on MSPN Digital Television with the Stars leading 3-0 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We're back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, Gus Pankratz will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6. 3-0 Stars. Can they add a couple more insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6? We're going to find out. Strike 1. Pankratz 1 for 2, ground out to the shortstop, and then a single to center field, and now he's going to center field again. This one is going to be caught, though, by Patrick Simmons for out number 1. Gunnar Majerus now. 0 for 2. Couple of pop-outs. One to the first baseman, one to the second baseman. 2 pop-outs short of the infield pop-out cycle. and I just made that up literally just now. 1 ball and no strikes to Gunnar Majerus. I make up a lot of things over the course of a season. And then sometimes I use them again later. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Mike, it's, we're live. And sometimes you just got to fill the dead air time.
Yeah, right? You got to keep things fresh. Otherwise, you say the same thing over and over and over like Dale Olson. So. I'm waiting for a text now. 2-1.
Now we got 3-1 here, 1 out.
Oh, we got 3-1. My apologies. Swing and a miss, and we're at a full count now at 3-2. And a hard hit ball that will find the hole in the left field. A base hit for Gunnar Majerus. And he was due after a couple of pop outs. And the Stars have a runner on. So 1 out. I just got a text from Jeff. And all he said was, get us a run.
You know what, Mike? Jeff has said that the last 2 games I've been up here with you, and we've delivered every time.
And I hope you didn't do a broadcaster jinx on that delivery now. So,
well, I'm not a big believer in jinxes, okay. But I will say that, I don't know about your pay, but I probably could use a pay raise. I mean, so as long as we keep delivering.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's get a run here, Stars. That way we can get our color guy a raise from the Post 400 Board of Directors. No balls and 2 strikes. And that one is going to center field. Simmons is underneath it. He makes the grab. That's 2 outs, and it's 2-out magic time here for the Stars. And I'll start with Caleb Blanchette.
Catcher number 5, Caleb Blanchette.
Coming out to Fleetwood Mac, which will be probably his walk-up song on 80s night.
And I'd be okay with that.
And a strike is called as he got it on the outside edge. Blanchette 0 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop, and then he hit a low line drive to the second baseman, Will Vogel, last time he was up. This one fouled away off the first base side. We're at 0-2 now here, and the Stars are down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's ball 1. So halfway back at 1-2. Once again, the runner on is Majerus on first. Time is called. And that one will get away, and here goes Majerus to second.
Bloomington's pitcher needs to be a little careful here. There's not much of a pause there when he comes set, and I think that might have been the balk the first time around. But
2-2 the count now after the wild pitch to advance. And there's another wild pitch, and Majerus on back-to-back pitches moves 180 feet down the bases.
Well, 2 outs, runner on third, Mike. It's been our bread and butter the last few games, so we'll see what happens right now.
Full count, payoff pitch, and he walks Blanchette, and runners on the corners.
Pinch hitter now, Ashton Renas in for Ethan Dahl.
And if you wouldn't have said that, I would have known that by his walk-up song. So Ashton Arenas will step into the number 9 spot in the batting lineup, and we'll have a visit to the mound here. I do have Taravarina at 85 pitches. I wonder if it doesn't look like they'll pull him, but base runners for the Stars will run over to third base and have a chat with Coach Bryant, what they're going to do here in this situation with 2 outs and pinch. Go ahead.
Well, Blanchette's not known for his speed, so I don't see a stolen base here, but you never know.
No balls. Well, of course there's no balls because he hasn't seen a pitch yet. Getting a little ahead of myself here. Stars take on Bayport 7:30. So we're at 6:20 now. So we're potentially an hour and 10 minutes away from first pitch of that game, but I think that might be accurate. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see how long this half inning goes. So Ashton Arenas, the batter, takes the first pitch low for a ball. Ashton Arenas is an equal opportunity outfield hitter. He'll take it anywhere he wants. Outside, ball 2. And a line drive shot foul, third base side.
Right into the mini field there over on the third base
Oh,
side
the
of
wiffle ball field.
Yep.
Yep. And that's always a popular spot for the young ones. 2-1 the count. 3-1. Kane Mathiasen, the top of the order, is on deck here in the event that Taravarna walks Arenas here. And he will walk Arenas, and the bases are loaded. And we go back to the top of the order here with Kane Mathiasen. I see no movement yet from the Bloomington dugout. Mathiasen 2 for 3. A single to left, a pop out to the third baseman, and a bunt single on his last trip to the plate. Do they have more 2-out magic? High fly ball, and that will be likely Golden's ball, and it will be. So they'll strand 3 on base, and that might be it for us. Gould might come up here. We'll find out.
Well, hey, you know what? We're 2 for 3 on his demands, which is .667 batting average, and that gets anybody into the Hall of Fame.
Okay. All right. We'll go with it. We'll be back with the 7th right after this. Stay tuned.
Scores in the other locations.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. It's the top of the 7th, and it'll be number 7. Patrick Simmons will lead it off here for Bloomington post 550. They need to find a way to get 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. And he'll rip that one foul, and had it stayed fair, that'd be one of the 3 runs that they needed.
Well, we need to end this one quickly. There's a lot of lightning in the area, so no one needs a 30-minute delay right now.
Yeah, no kidding. It's okay if we delay the start of the next game, but I definitely would like to finish this one up. 0-2 to Simmons. TJ Fryan and Jack Fryan are the other 2 batters we'll see this inning. Swinging and a miss, and he got him. Strikeout and out number 1. Now bring up the aforementioned TJ Fryan. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking. We're at 1 hour, 29 minutes here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th. And potentially the final half inning of play. And that will just miss for a ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Just missed on the outside corner. Hudson Stein trying to paint like Greg Maddox back in the day.
If we would have had our wide field camera on, you may have saw a flash of lightning in the distance. It looks like there's a lot of rain looking out to left center field to the south of Fargo.
As long as the umpires don't see it, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
Good pitch, Hudson.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Ooh, that one almost broke into the strike zone too, and it pushed him off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. I think Stein was maybe seeing if Fryan would chase it, but he did not.
Yeah, just overthrew a little bit, trying to get a little extra oomph on it, and
that will be ball 4, and that will walk him, as you mentioned. Looked like he put a little bit extra oomph on that one, and it didn't even make it to the plate.
Catcher number 4, Jack Fryan.
So 1 runner on, fouled away, nearly knocking out Bjorn Golden, who's in the on-deck circle for Bloomington. Oh for 2 reached on the fielder's choice, grounded out to the pitcher the last time he was up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball 2, and the runner will take second on that.
Well, right now we'll trade bases and runs for outs.
That's definitely what they will need to do here. Get that second out and throw back up to second, and we're at 3 balls and 2 strikes now here to Jack Fryan. Bjorn Golden is the on-deck batter here for Bloomington. He would represent the tying run if he's able to make it to the plate with Fryan making base. And a ground ball right over to second base. Over to Wurmeyer. That's out number 2. The runner will advance to third.
Colston Sen with a routine ground ball, but at the same time, all the confidence he's going to make that play when that ball comes right there. So nice of the guys to get the second out of the inning here, and we got 1 more, and let's get out of here.
Bjorn Golden is 1 for 2. He singled to left. Last time he struck out swinging. He'll take strike 1 here. The lightning teasing us as it's not making a bright enough appearance to make any call here on to raise any concern with our umpires. But it is there. And a ground ball to third. He will fire it over, and that's the ball game. Your final score, the Fargo Post 400 Stars blank Bloomington Post 550, 3-0. They improved to 15-6 on the season. They improved to 2-0 in pool play, and they have outscored their opponents 7-1 now here in pool play. So we have one more game. It's scheduled to start at 7:30. We'll see if the weather changes that or not. And we'll be back in an hour, maybe sooner. We'll keep an eye on, as your PA announcer just said, we'll keep an eye on the weather. And we'll be back when we're back. It's scheduled at 7:30. If we're not on at 7:15, then you know there's some sort of weather delay, but we will be on for that game when it's possible to be on for that game. Final thoughts on this one before we wrap it up here, BJ? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you'd taken your headset off already. Yeah, but your final thoughts, BJ, on this one here?
No, again, the Stars had 2 errors. One or 2 walks. I didn't even look, but they played well on the field. They made the plays they had to make, and again, it's clean baseball with minimizing damage when it occurs. So, and timely hitting. I think timely hitting is the key too. Caleb Christensen with a couple of big hits tonight, and that led to a 3-0 victory. And the boys are starting to gel, starting to play together as a team, and looking forward to some good baseball here on out. So,
all right. Well, that will do it for this broadcast. Stars 3, Bloomington 0, and next game scheduled for 7:30. Like I said, we'll be on when we're on, and the weather may or may not play a role in the start time of our next game. We'll be back with that next game sooner than later here on MSPN Digital Television.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN-DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.